What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Pensive Mind. Today we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's go.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm
So
single.
what's your
I would
question?
like to be married.
So what's your question?
My question was, I heard you say something about that the woman needs to impress the man. You don't think that it should be 50-50? That they should, or if you're meeting someone, you should be
Already?
trying to impress each other?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Why would a successful, productive, competitive, successful man need to do anything more to impress you?
If he's successful and a woman isn't, okay, if we're talking like that,
No, I'm talking
and
about successful women. But see,
or successful
Gabrielle,
women.
but
So,
Gabrielle, let me explain something. Women
yes.
control access to sex, right?
Can you repeat that part? You said women.
Women control access to sex.
Okay, that's true.
Right. Men control access to relationships.
Hmm. Okay.
It's my last name. It's my wedding ring. It's me who has to take on all the responsibilities. At the end of the day, it all falls back to me. I'm supposed to jump up and take the bullet. I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to do all these things, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I control access to that and I have all those responsibilities, why do I need to impress you?
I feel like I feel like I didn't say like it has to be you impressing me. I feel like we should impress each other because we're doing this to be in a
Okay.
union together. We're one
Oh,
together.
but we're not.
Well, I'm
You're talking
saying
like
that's
we're
what we are
equals.
trying to be.
No, you're talking like we're equals. Do you plan on working when you're married?
Yeah. I
Okay.
plan on working.
Do you want to have
I like
children?
to work.
You want to have children?
You said, do I want to have children? I have children already.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So what does that mean when you say there you go?
Well, how many children do you have?
I have two.
How many different fathers?
Two.
Yo, Kevin, man, Kevin is. He's like, well, there you go. She's like, what do you mean by that? How many kids do you have? Two. How many different fathers? Two. Smack. he knows. He knows already. He knows already. And a lot of women expect men to just eat this up and just look past things like this. Insane.
Yeah, you got a lot of impressing to do, man. I mean, honestly.
I don't know. I don't. It depends on the person. It depends
Not
on the
really. And
individual.
I mean, okay. I'm not talking about, I'm just going to be dead honest, man. I'm not talking about 100% of men. I'm talking about men that women want.
Mm-hmm. So you feel because
Okay,
I have
ma'am. I
two
need you to
children?
listen. Hold on. I need you to listen.
I'm
Why
listening.
didn't one of the two men that gave you a child give you a wedding ring?
You said why?
Yeah, man gave you two different men gave you kids. Why didn't they give you their last name?
The first man, we were high school sweethearts, and
The
it
courthouse
just
still
didn't work out. We
works.
were young.
The court, but you have a baby.
Right. And I decided that was a decision I made young because I was young,
How old is
My
that?
daughter,
How old is young?
I had my daughter at 19.
Okay, but you
Mm-hmm.
understand that marriage isn't okay. So, see, you're a woman with two kids by two different men. Men
Right.
are already not impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm a man and I'm a successful man and I'm dating, and I have a woman who's has no children versus a woman with two different kids by two different men, yeah, you got to do a hell of a lot to even want to get me to take you out on a date. You can laugh.
I'm laughing because I feel like just because someone has two kids
Okay, you can
by
feel
two
that.
different men. I really feel like that's not what's the word for it?
Now what?
That doesn't I feel like it's still equal as a person that doesn't have any kids.
Right.
Wait, what? She just said she feels like someone who has two kids is as equal as someone with no kids. Hold on. I've been there for you. Why nobody's there for me? That's exactly how she's gonna be sounding in about a few years. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Right. It doesn't impact your value at all, right?
No, I feel like it's the same.
Well, oh, right.
What if
So
the
listen.
women?
No,
What if
don't
the
talk over
person?
me. Don't talk over
Okay,
me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's your show. My apology.
So you mean to tell me that you think
Mm-hmm.
that a woman with two kids by two different men
Mm-hmm.
is equal to a woman with no children? You guys
Right?
are
Yes.
exactly.
Because
Well, there and ma'am.
yes.
But who gets to decide that? Is it women that get to decide that, or is it men?
No, it's the man. It's the man. You're
And I'm
right.
telling you, men will say you are out of your mind. Okay, let's start this. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". Okay, a couple of
Mm-hmm.
inches under dress size.
My dress size is 12.
Wow.
I mean, so ma'am, I gotta be
Wow.
honest. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
175.
Okay,
But
so
I'm shapely. I'm
but
not
ma'am,
just.
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Shapely.
sorry.
You're a woman who's in the danger zone. 27 to 35 years old.
Danger zone.
You've had 2 children, and you've never required a man to marry you before he had access to your womb. That's the highest honor a woman can give a man, and you gave it to 2 different men.
Uh-huh.
Then you go out here on an open dating.
Oh, I'm gonna let you talk because I don't want to talk over you. I'm sorry.
Well, you call me to ask me questions, and it seems like you think you know what you're talking about. But here's the thing:
No,
if you
I
want to
don't.
be,
I
but
just I
if
wanted
you
to
know
know.
what's going on, why aren't you married yet? If you want to be married, why aren't you?
Probably because I chose the wrong men.
No,
But
that's not it's not it. It's because honestly, what you're talking about. You
I'm sorry.
sound
Say that.
that's what you're talking about. You what does your father say about this?
He's deceased.
Right. How long has he been dead?
He passed when I was about 17.
Right. So you have daughters or sons?
I have a daughter and a son.
So you would tell a son that to date a woman like you, 2 kids by 2 different men.
I would tell my son to look for values. I would tell my son to look
I
for.
asked you a simple question. You would tell your son that you put all this time and effort in to go out and date a woman with 2 kids by 2 different men.
No, I would tell my son if he can to date someone with no kids, of course.
Okay, because why? Why?
Because you would want to start fresh with someone.
Exactly, because they have different values, ma'am. They're not the same. See,
right?
Listen. You try to
Mm-hmm.
act as if a woman with no kids and a woman with 2 kids have the same ultimate value. But when I ask you about your son, you say, "Well, no, I would tell him to get the woman that had no kids because she has a higher value." And consequently, you would tell your daughter to go out and do what you did. Go have 2 kids by 2 different men and see how that works out for you.
Of course, I wouldn't.
Well, then because it's a negative, ma'am, and you know it's a negative.
That was a good way of setting her in that trap. And that disproves exactly what she just said, because earlier she said they're the same. It's equal. A woman with kids is as equal as a woman without kids. But then when you relay it and when you bring it all back and then you put her kids in the same situation, someone she actually loves, she's going to say, no, don't do that. And the reason why is because you know deep down to your core, it is not the same.
You know it is a negative. No, it isn't. I'm telling you, it's a negative. It is. First off, it's the highest negative, and that's not even to consider the fact that you're obese.
You said the fact that I'm sorry, what was that last thing?
Obese.
Obese. I mean, society would say I'm obese, but if you look at me, I'm not obese. My stomach is flat, my legs is thick, and I have a thick bottom, but I'm not
Right.
obese.
So, where's your fiance?
I don't have one. As of now, I'm single. When I first
Have
called,
you
I
ever
told
had
you
a
I was single.
fiance?
I'm sorry, we were talking
Have
at the
you
same time.
ever been engaged?
Closely to it.
No, ma'am. That's a yes or no.
No, I haven't.
All right, then. So I'm talking to a woman who's not engaged, never been engaged, who
Mm-hmm.
has gone the farthest you can go with two different men, have children.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the children's
Mm-hmm.
fathers?
You said where?
Yeah, where are they?
They're around in the
Around.
same town as me. Mm-hmm.
Right. And do you earn more than both? Do you make more money than they do?
I do.
Right. So women tend to want a man making at least what she makes. So
You're
let's
saying
play
a
this
miss.
forward. Let's play this forward. I met you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And let's just say for sake of argument that I was all right with your height and your weight.
Okay.
I would 100% not be okay with the fact that you made babies with men who are lesser than I am and you expect me to treat you better than they did.
Yep, not only that, I forgot to add this. The two men that she's with, she's better than them. So not only are you better than them, she's better than them. This is amazing.
I mean,
Listen,
your
listen,
past. Now I am
listen.
listen. Okay. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Your past matters. You are older. You have two more kids, and you expect new men to pay more than dudes that gave you babies. Plus, if I deal with you, I got to pay for them too. So yeah, ma'am, go back to the original point. Impress. Oh yeah. Hell, oh yeah. See, and the thing is, women like you used to understand that you're in a jacked up, effed up position, and that you needed to get out here and impress. But now we've gotten to the point where women like you are honestly delusional. You think that, oh, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Well, show me the result where men are going to wife up obese baby mamas or two like hotcakes. I'm not trying to be rude, man, but
No, listen, I called you, so I'm listening. You told me to listen, that's what I'm doing.
but the thing is, you're listening, but it's like I don't understand why you think having children is no big deal.
I didn't say that it wasn't no big deal, but everybody has baggage. No one is perfect. So, I
Okay, well
mean,
then tell your son to marry one.
and I'm not trying to say my kids are baggage, but no one is
No,
perfect.
they are. There are to a man. There are to another man. I've been a stepfather. They are baggage. And see, ma'am, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why women, in general, black women like you, will never marry.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of sitting back trying to say, "Damn," you keep trying to explain it away. Everybody has baggage. Everybody has this. I was young. No accountability. Deflection.
So what about people that's married early on and they're not married now and they have kids?
It doesn't matter. We're talking
What
about
about
you.
that?
We're talking about you. I'm not talking about them. I can't worry about what I can't do hypotheticals. What I can say is I'm talking to a woman
Okay.
that's 33 years old who had a
Mm-hmm.
child at 19
Mm-hmm.
with a deadbeat.
What you said with a deadbeat?
Well, what is he doing for a living?
My kid's father takes care of them. It's just that the relationship didn't work out with me,
All
with
right.
us.
But
Yeah.
he's earning less than you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that makes him kind of a deadbeat.
Mm.
What do you do
Because
for a
he's
living? And I'll
earning
take that
less
back. That may be
because
a
he's
little harsh. That
earning
may be
less
harsh.
than me.
That may be harsh. What do you do for a living?
I'm an engineering secretary.
Uh-huh. And did you go to college for that?
No, I did not.
And how much do engineering secretaries generally make annually?
I'm at my max pay, so right now I'm at 60,000.
60,000.
Mm-hmm.
In the Northeast, what state?
In New York.
New York, the 5 boroughs?
Out in Manhattan.
Okay, so I just left Manhattan, and $60,000 a year is like $28,000 a year in Atlanta. You are broke. I used to live in Manhattan, ma'am. 43rd between
No,
10th and
I don't
11th.
listen. I don't
Listen,
live in
ma'am. Listen,
Manhattan.
listen,
I work in
listen.
Manhattan. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Mm-hmm.
$60,000 a year in New York City ain't nothing.
Especially with
You're
2
living
kids.
paycheck to paycheck.
Especially with 2 children. Come on. That's insane.
And the point I'm making is the dude that gave you your first child makes less than you. These things matter because when you meet a man on the open market, he's going to be like, now, wait a minute. Gabrielle she's an engineering secretary making $60,000 a year. Paycheck to paycheck, average normal person. Okay. But yet she has one child at 19 from a guy who ain't even making what she's making. And then the other guy is probably in a similar predicament. Then the man looks at himself and says, well, wait a minute. I'm making $100 and some odd $1,000 a year and I have no kids. I'm a massive upgrade from what you're used to. And you don't think you need to impress me?
No, I don't. I think if we like each other, we should
Okay.
impress each other.
Well,
I
guess
don't feel
what?
like just because you're
Good.
making, you don't know where I could be headed to.
No.
You know what I mean?
What I do know is what I do know is how tall you are. I do know how much you weigh. And I do know that you are working paycheck to paycheck within the
How
first.
do you know I'm working
Excuse me, ma'am. Listen,
just
back
because I
down,
told
ma'am.
you
Don't talk. I'm gonna mute you.
I'm-
What I do know is you don't out earn me. You're not a
yeah,
college
I can
graduate. You're
say I
not a
do.
college graduate, ma'am. You have a job. And I'm trying to be nice, ma'am, but you talk like, well, you feel like we should impress each other. Well, you can feel like whatever you want, ma'am. And this is why so many black women like yourself will never marry, because you really think your value is far higher than it is. If a
It's
single
far how you value than what
far
it is.
higher. If I'm a man and I have to pick a woman, I'm going to pick the best woman I can find. I'm going to pick a woman with no kids who can add value to my life. You have kids and you're going to take from my life. I got to pay for somebody else's kids because they come with you. You're a package deal.
Are you married now?
Has nothing to do with the conversation with you.
Okay,
trust me. If I wanted to be married now, I could. I have been married and I am just fine. That's not the question. The question is why you didn't get one man who gave you a baby to marry you. You didn't get another man to marry and gave you a baby.
I could have. It's just that it didn't work out.
Ladies,
that's life.
And here's the thing. Ladies, women who think like this is what's going on. This woman is being honest.
Yeah, I am.
And you need therapy, ma'am.
Everyone needs therapy. Especially, everyone needs therapy, I believe.
But I don't worry about everybody else, ma'am. I'm talking about a mother of 2.
Yeah.
Who's raising a boy?
I never said I
who is raising a
therapy.
daughter? Who is raising a daughter? If she grows up modeling this, that's bad. And her son, and if a son, okay, all right, all right, ma'am, okay, you're right.
People make mistakes, and just because she's
why do you keep saying people make mistakes like that?
Because
that means
nobody's
something.
Perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody.
Right, and that does what for you, ma'am?
I mean, it's the truth. It's not what's working for me. That's what's going on.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. What does that do for you? How old is your son?
He's 6.
He's 6. So when your son comes home with the F's and he starts running down this, nobody's perfect, Mom. We all make mistakes.
No, you supposed to correct each time you move forward.
Well, here's the thing, ma'am. You're supposed to correct, but can't nobody correct you.
You said, I'm sorry, say that last part.
You're supposed to correct, but no one can correct you, and that's the problem. So many of you women out here are living uncovered, uncorrected, lacking discipline, lacking accountability, out here just on your own, making children and mistakes. And I'm talking to a 33-year-old woman of 2 who is yet to take any kind of accountability or responsibility. You've deflected at every opportunity.
No,
And
I
you
said
honestly think that you are
when we spoke. Go ahead. I'm sorry. When we spoke earlier, I told you that I made a mistake. I never said that I was correct along the way.
No, you still making excuses. Heroin addict. Well, everybody got a vice. So
You
keep on
said
shooting
everybody
heroin, right? Right? He's a heroin addict. Everybody got a vice. I had problems. I had traumas. Okay. So he should keep on shooting heroin, right?
No, I just said
Right.
correct moving forward
Well,
in
you're
life.
not. You haven't done anything to correct it. You're not in
You said
therapy.
I
You're
haven't.
not in therapy. I said you need a
Yes,
therapist. You said, well,
I
everybody
have
need a
been into therapy.
therapist.
I've been to therapy.
Yeah, but you're not in it. And when
No,
you've been,
COVID.
if you're
Due
not,
to
if
COVID,
you're
I
okay,
haven't.
listen. I'm done talking. I'm trying to be polite, but you keep talking over me. I'm going to mute you. Whatever therapy you've been obviously did not work.
Mm.
Because I'm talking to a woman who's 5'2", almost 200 pounds, with 2 kids, talking like you really got options, and you should be impressed. Who's trying to impress a 5'2", 200-pound woman with kids?
A lot of men. A
Yeah,
lot of men.
to marry you, or
A
just
lot of
to
men.
marry you?
And it's no
To
low
marry
budget men.
you?
I'm sorry, say that again.
To marry you?
Who would want to marry me?
Yeah, that's how we keep score over here. We don't worry about a man trying to impress you to get sex from you. We talk about a man to marry you. So a lot of
Yes,
men,
to marry me
want to marry you.
because you know why?
A
Because
lot of no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am,
okay.
no, ma'am. You have men wanting to marry you.
I say yes. Can I elaborate on that, or should I be quiet and let you finish?
Well, if you, but the thing is, you said you've never been engaged. So how can you say you have men that want to marry you?
Because I do. I have men that wants to marry me because they see the
Men,
qualities. They see
multiple,
what type of woman I am.
multiple men want to marry you. Sure, tell us about them.
Hello?
Sure, tell us about the men that want to marry you.
You said tell you about it.
Yes, tell us.
It's just basic, and it's not
No,
in
I
reference
don't know. I
to
need some details.
you're not letting me talk.
How old is the guy that wants to marry you?
How old is these guys?
Yeah, you said you have multiple. So let's talk the first.
Some are in their 40s, some are in
Some.
their
How many?
50s.
How many are we talking about?
How many? I don't count.
Oh, you don't count.
But I
Because
talk to
I need to
people. I
understand.
talk to
So
people.
people
I
in the
talk to
audience.
people.
So people in the audience need to understand that the woman here is saying that she's never been married, never been engaged, but she has so many men that want to marry her that she can't even count them. Okay. Right.
I didn't say like,
oh yeah, ma'am. Yes, that's exactly what you're saying.
I'm
And it's
not
being
saying.
all this is being recorded. All this is being recorded. This is the level of delusion for a lot of black women like her. I'm not gonna put this woman needs help. I had to mute you, ma'am, because you're just talking now. You unmute yourself if you can control your mouth. Ma'am, okay. I asked you. You said there's several men that want to marry you. All right, let's take one of them. How old is the oldest one?
The oldest is 50. No, 50. I'm sorry, about 50. Yeah, about 50.
About 50.
Mm-hmm.
What's his first name?
I'm sorry.
What's his first name?
Why? This is
excuse me, ma'am. No one knows you because honestly, man, don't talk over me. I told you I'm about to go there with you. No one knows you. No one knows your name. And all you have to do is say a name. What's his first initial then, man?
John.
What's his first initial?
You can say his name. His name is John.
John. Yeah, John, 50 years old. Right. How many kids John have?
John has one.
What does John do for a living?
He is an engineer.
He's an engineer. All right. Where does he live? In Manhattan too?
No, he lives in. I never said I lived in Manhattan. I was trying to tell you that
You work in Manhattan. I'm just asking him because John, where does he live, man?
He lives in Jersey.
All right. And how long you been seeing John?
Well, we just talk. We don't see.
Oh, you just talk. So you're not dating John.
Just text.
So you just texted. So a man that you're texting is 50 years old named John in Jersey. You say he wants to marry you, but you've never dated him.
No, I never dated him. We just talk.
Right.
Wow.
You are absolutely fucking insane.
Get her out of here, please. That woman just really sat there and made up a whole story. John Doe.
This
John Doe.
is the level of delusion with far too many black women today. That was a real person. Real person. A real person. And she honestly believes everything she was saying.
I need you guys to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this conversation? This was funny, yet very sad. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys want to check out Mr. Samuels, the link to his channel will be in the description down below. Head over there. Go support. Let's keep his name alive. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.